What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Addicted to Madden channel. Got some Steelers gameplay for you, and going up against the Niners. And of course, the Niners obviously just one of the best teams in the game. But in spite of that, start off with a nice long bomb to Antonio Brown. I think he was playing like a cover 2 zone, and he just basically just outran that safety. So I'll take it. But in spite of that, the Niners are going to be a tough team to beat, and this player was okay. He was, and that's kind of what I expect. When somebody picks the Niners or like the top teams, I'm usually expecting them to just be, he's either going to be a try hard or he's going to not really be that good. But because he's using such a strong team, that still may not matter. So he hits me with the screen there. Been going up against a lot of guys that did a lot of screening, and I did not, in Maddens of the past, I knew that the way to stop screens was just to put, your defensive ends in a QB contain, and they basically go where the screen is, and they stop it, and that's it. And this guy did a lot of screens, halfback screens, wide receiver screens. I mean, it's fine if I'm not defending it right, then, they should just keep doing it. I'll never say that, you shouldn't do something that's working, because if it's working, you keep doing it, man. If somebody doesn't know how to stop screens, you should keep screening, no mercy. So this game, I called it, training day screen edition, because it was after this game that I decided I needed to work on the screen defense. I need to figure out how to stop screens. What can I do? Unfortunately, I with the running the read option with Ben Roethlisberger, he gets drilled and fumbles it there, which he's not a ball carrier, so it is what it is. I can understand why that would happen. And he ends up throwing. I knew where he was throwing that ball right there. He was trying to throw that ball to the guy that was past the first down yard line. But in this game, for some reason, if you're making that pass, but somebody has done like a hitch like in front of him, the ball ends up going to that person. It happens to me too, and I hate it. And it's such a frustrating thing. And it's actually probably the second thing that I hate the most, next to all the missed sacks. But anyways, getting back to the screens, it was after this game, when all the screens that this guy was doing, I decided to practice a screen defense. And obviously I'm not going to have any gameplay for that here, because I didn't think of that until after this game. But what I ended up deciding to do about screens is if you man one of the linemen to the running back, then that should actually help. I mean, I'm sure other people probably have their own ways of beating screens, but that's what I'm gonna do. If I go up against another guy that just runs lots of screens, I think if I would have known that, not only in this game but the last game that I played, if I would have known to do that, I think I would have won those games. I would have had a lot of success and won those games. So I'm scrambling out and trying to, with just 10 seconds to go, trying to get some. I'd like to get a touchdown if I could get it to end this half, but I get to the 2-yard line and I actually do get it. I get the touchdown, and I feel like I really needed that, and I lost Roethlisberger for the rest of the game. That ends up being huge. So up 14-7. He still, even though he gets the ball here, so he still kind of can control this game in a way, but I felt like I really needed that touchdown. So by losing Roethlisberger, I got Bruce Gradkowski, who's a pretty decent backup quarterback. But it's still gonna be harder, because again, in this year's Madden, unlike Maddens of the past, it's a little bit more realistic with the passing. I mean, a backup quarterback isn't going to be as good as a starting quarterback for the most part. Unless he happens to be a backup that has been a starter before, but otherwise the backup quarterbacks, you will notice the difference. You will notice the accuracy going down. You'll notice, especially like deep ball accuracy, you'll notice that going down. And so I'm up for the challenge. I have confidence in the Steelers, and they're a good team, even though I'm going up against the Niners here. So with he's driving right down the field pretty nicely, and he, again, he played a lot of small ball. He didn't throw too much deep stuff. Aside from there's another screen, aside from screens, pretty much you just throw real short stuff. So he ends up getting the touchdown, and my goal here, I'm hoping that I could possibly you know, maybe milk this whole fourth quarter. You know, maybe I mean, I've done it before. I've milked entire quarters before many times. So, you know, at 4th and 1, I decided to go for it, and I do convert it. And you know, again, my goal here, trying to chew up the clock, milk. You know, if I can milk the whole quarter and then just get a field goal, I'd be fine with that. Right there is an example I was talking about with the deep accuracy. You know, Antonio Brown, I missed him. And then more, you know, obviously also with your backup quarterbacks, you know, you're going to get a lot more drops too. So there's another 4th down that I converted. I was basically, because the reason why I was going for on 4th down all the time is because if he's going to score, if he's going to get the ball back, I'd rather he get it back with a short field and score quickly. And then I can get the ball back and then just get down the field and do what I need to do. So, you know, things are going my way. I'm, you know, 2 minutes to go. I'm in field goal range here. And then this is where I, you know, if I could go back and do this again, I probably wouldn't have thrown the ball as much here. That one gets, you know, he makes a good jump on the ball, picks it off, and now he's in control. You know, I mean, that was a mistake. I should have just kept running the ball. You know, I really should just kept running the ball instead of trying to get cute. I thought I'd learned my lesson from that before, but I obviously hadn't. You know, I kept trying to just get cute and go over the top of his defense, but you know, I ended up paying for it. You know, again, a backup quarterback, he's not going to be as accurate as, you know, if that had been Ben, that probably would have been a reception, you know, and this wouldn't even have been an issue. But because it was, you know, the backup, you know, it gets picked off. So 4th and inches, he QB sneaks it. He barely gets it, but he gets it, and he's, you know, 30 seconds ago, all he needs is a field goal. That right there should have been a pick. It was Polamalu. I'm surprised they didn't give that to Polamalu. I mean, Polamalu he's a veteran safety. They should have given him the pick there, and that really made me mad. He throws, again, two consecutive screens, gets what he needs, and then basically just goes for the game-ending field goal here, which he successfully gets, and leaves me only, you know, about 9 seconds left to try to do something. And, you know, I mean, all I need is a field goal, but, you know, it's just not likely that I'm going to get what I need here. So he ends up, you know, winning the game. And it was after this game that I decided, you know, I need to work on my screen defense, and I did that. So hopefully I'm ready for that anytime I go up against someone like this again. Thanks for watching.